Park Avenue. It's actually we're being told that that building is on a lockdown. People are still inside of that building as police look for this gunman. That is the very latest here live in Midtown Manhattan. I'll send it to you back in the studio. All right, Jen, if you can just stay with us here, there's a couple of questions I'd like to ask you, and I can imagine just how complicated this scene is right now. We're talking about a building that takes up an entire block radius here in New York City. For our viewers that are just joining us, we are talking about 345 Park Avenue. It's actually located on Park between 51st and 52nd, and it's also in between Park and Lexington. There are several companies that are housed in this building, as well as restaurants. There's a parking garage. There is a gym. We're talking many companies that are still housed inside of this building, and we are also hearing, because this happened so late in the workday, that there are still people inside of that building. We are hearing that they are being told to stay in place. Jen, tell me how it feels. I mean, you're seeing a lot of those police officers coming by you. We saw state police, we saw NYPD, we saw some of them with tactical gear. What is the feeling there on the street where you're at right now? Yeah, Christina, as I mentioned to you before, when there were dozens and dozens of people here just kind of coming from Park Avenue, some from around that vicinity, that building area, and you could see fear in their faces. As a matter of fact, our photojournalist, Ryan Lopez, actually spotted a group of men. One of them actually had a bat in his hand, and there was so much fear. We went up to them and tried to ask them, what happened? Are you okay? Is there anything you want to share? And they were like, they said, no, and they kept walking, basically out of fear. What we have also been seeing is just people just looking down at their phones, trying to figure out what's going on, and if they have loved ones or friends or coworkers inside of that building, they're just waiting for word to see when they're going to be able to come out, if they are okay. But you know, Christine, you mentioned I've been reporting here in the city for decades, and this is the first time I've ever seen Midtown Manhattan locked down like this for an active shooter situation inside of a building here on Park Avenue. Again, there are lots of people here just kind of standing around waiting to figure out what happened, and in a few minutes the police are probably going to move us back because they keep extending the scene and pushing us back further and further. So right now, again, we're on 53rd and Lexington Avenue, but that may change again. Again, this is developing, right? We're waiting to hear more from police. We tried to ask for more information, but as you can tell, they are also very busy down here trying to sort out things on that end as well. So of course, as we get more, we will bring it to you. But that is the feeling out here. There's a feeling of fear and uncertainty, and just people wanting to know what happened and is everyone inside going to be okay. Yeah, a real dual priority here is finding the shooter and then also keeping everyone safe in and around this area. Naveen Dhaliwal is also near the scene. She is speaking with the man who was evacuated from that building. Naveen, what did he have to say?
Yeah, Christine, he was working about 2 blocks away from this building, and he says he was evacuated as officers entered his building. They didn't say
The 345 Park Avenue address is paramount at this hour. Tell me more about the way that you go in and you sweep this building? You mentioned the possibility of incendiary devices being left behind. Are we talking about dogs going in?
It can be dogs. Remember, we have a bomb squad. We have the best bomb squad in the country in NYPD. So they're going to work in tandem with the emergency service unit and special operations officers when they do their sweep to the building. So
FBI has just posted on X that the FBI New York field office management personnel and agents are responding to provide support at this active crime scene in Manhattan. CBS News 24/7 Vice President and Managing Editor Robert Gifford joins us now on the phone. Rob, what are you seeing?
Hey, Julie, I'm here on the corner of 49th and Park Avenue.